Welcome into the Merrimack High School gym. Tonight we have a wrestling duel between Merrimack High School and Bishop Guertin High School. This is senior night. Seated next to me, as always, the professor, Jeff Dewar.
Glad to be here, Mike. And looks like we are kicking things off. We've got Coach Brian Dine making a few announcements about senior night.
First, we'd like to recognize BG's graduating seniors.
So the coach is going to recognize BG's seniors.
Luke, apologies, it's Corlakis I'm going to go with. Round of applause for Luke.
We will be repeating a few of the things he's saying because we know the audio coming from him is a little bit difficult to hear. Right now, they're recognizing BG seniors Luke Korkalakos, Josh Ozeroff, Richard Ronzo, JJ Murphy, Matthew Ha, and Connor McDonald.
Matthew Ha.
Kids we've seen a bunch over the years.
Yes.
Good to see him moving on to the next step.
Good luck with your post high school plans.
The coach is going to move on to the Merrimack seniors. So, again, we've seen this. We've participated in this, Jeff, last year. And the coach will call up the kids. They'll come out and get some pictures done with family and friends and say a few words about them.
Wrestling imparts more than just fitness, discipline, camaraderie, and funny-looking years. We recognize here that once you wrestle, everything else in life is easy. We know that their involvement in the sport has made them better people, and they will carry what they've learned on the mat into their lives and after high school and beyond. When I call your name, please join your family mat side to be recognized. First up is Colin Roth. Today, Colin is joined by his mom.
First up is Colin Roth. His mom, stepdad, and brother should be joining him on the mat.
Colin's a four-season football player and just this year rejoined the wrestling team from last wrestling his freshman year. And he was sidelined with some injury this season, but Colin's been a vocal leader and positive influence on the success of this team. So, a leader in the practice room. Post-high school, he's planning on heading to basic training for the Army, and we wish him good luck in that endeavor.
We wish you good luck.
Nice scene here with his family.
Next up is Connor Williams, and today Connor is joined by his mom and dad.
Next up, Connor Williams, joined by his parents. Also a four-season football player, and came back to wrestling as well. He's had a great season. As you can hear, Coach, 11-2 this year, and he's got some good competition coming up in divisionals and states.
He is planning on attending college next year and planning on studying psychology.
Next up, Hunter Adams. Today, Hunter is joined by
Next we have Hunter Adams up. Hunter's been wrestling for quite a while now. We remember him from the youth days.
Absolutely.
Joined by mom, dad, and or it looks like actually joined by mom and grandma. His dad may be coming up here. Yeah, dad's coming up.
His positive influence will undoubtedly be the reason many make it to this night.
He's had a lot of success on and off the mat. His contribution to the sport are most noticeable in the way he works with the youth wrestlers. He has been very involved with the youth program for a number of years now.
Yeah.
And next year, Hunter's planning on going into a trade.
Nice scene for the Adams family there.
Next up, we're going to have Captain Aidan Ward coming up. Should be joined by his mom, dad, and sisters.
A lax player since third grade, Aidan took a chance on coming out for the wrestling team his freshman year.
Big background in lacrosse. Took a shot coming out to the wrestling team freshman year, and returned to the mat here for his senior year after a great sophomore season. Had a lot of success, and he's going to be studying physical therapy in college. Congratulations, Aidan.
Next up, senior captain Evan Torres. Today, Evan is joined by his mom and brother.
All right, we have Evan Torres coming up next. Evan made a little bit of an impact on the wrestling team earlier in life. Left for a year or two and came back. He was a state placer his sophomore year, returning to wrestling now, and he's having a heck of a season. He's, I think, let's see, where are we at? 16 and 4?
Yeah, great season. And lastly here, Hannah Stone.
I want to mention Evan's actually going into the Air Force next year. So, yeah, senior captain Hannah Stone. Hannah will be joined by her mom and dad.
You know, I got a soft spot for the female wrestlers with my daughter wrapping up last year, and great to see Hannah out there working hard as always.
I would imagine the example that your daughter set has inspired a couple of these girls that have shown up.
I see a lot of youngsters, young girls in the youth program as well, so I'm sure Hannah's had a lot to do with that. She likes to work with the kids as well. So
next year she's planning on going to college and studying biology. I have a degree in biology, Mike.
Is that right?
Ended up working at a bank, so I'll be finding out if Hannah wants to get a job after she gets out of school. Apparently, that's the way to go.
Maybe she'll study and actually, do well.
That's advisable.
Yeah. All right, so we're kind of got a little time to maybe talk about how the team's been doing this year. So we were talking about this right before we came on air, as they say in the business. And so this is a big match for both teams as far as the standings in Division II. Sounds like with a win, Merrimack can wrap up the D2 title. If BG comes out on top, sounds like there's going to be a tie with BG, Merrimack, and Hollis Brookline.
Yeah.
So we'll see what criteria that would come down to. But
hopefully Merrimack just wins, so no one has to do the math.
You win and you're in, kind of thing. So that's
great. The Merrimack team has got a 14-5 dual record this year, which is really good. We got a lot of young kids and kids that have come back, and there's a lot of kids that haven't necessarily been wrestling for a long time, but that have made an impact.
Absolutely.
So this has been nice to see. With our kids leaving last year, they lost a lot of seniors, and it's nice to see the team has not lost any momentum in terms of the number of kids that are coming out to be a part of the sport, and apparently having a little bit of a success here as a team, 14-5. So
yeah, and definitely they're losing a few kids this year, but a good base to grow on, and we see a lot of youth kids here, and just the program seems really strong. So a lot of good stuff to look forward to.
Preceding this, we had our Merrimack Youth Association group out here that came out and warmed up under the lights and did a little bit of wrestling prior to us coming on the air, and so that was fun to watch. And they've got a lot of numbers there too. They've got about 45 kids in the program, and at least 50% of them are kindergarten through second grade.
Yeah,
so they're cute, and hopefully they'll stick with it for a while. There's a lot of numbers there, so hopefully that's hopefully a good feeder program for the high school.
Yeah, and back to the high school team for a minute and their success. I mean, you got to credit the coaches and a few new faces on the coaching staff over the last couple of years. Definitely have seemed to have a real positive impact. So it's good to see the contributions are getting from a lot of different folks. And so, it feels like we were just sitting here a short time ago at the beginning of the season, but now we're getting to the end. For me personally, it's closer to golf season, so I'm psyched about that. But it is sad to see, this wrap up, especially for the seniors. But these kids all walk away from wrestling taking a lot of lessons that they probably don't even realize at this point, but things that will stick with them after high school. And
that's always the hope when I first got involved in coaching with the youth years and years ago, and you were the director of the program there. That was I know that was our goal. We love to see the kids win, but we want to see them go through the process and become better people on the other end and learn the lessons that an individual sport has to teach. So I think wrestling's a great tool for that.
Yeah, and you see that with a lot of kids that have graduated coming back to watch and help and everything like that. So it definitely has an impact, after school and beyond. So while we have a second, I am been requested for a couple of shout-outs to some folks that I know will be listening, watching all the above. One of them being the aforementioned daughter of mine that graduated, Molly Brody. So hopefully she's taking a quick break from her studies at college.
Hey,
down
Molly,
in Boston.
we miss you.
We'll say hello. If your son Anson checks in, maybe I know he's probably busy at practice or doing something down at Muhlenberg, but if he wants to check in and watch this broadcast, we'll say a quick hello to him as well, and continued success that he's having in his freshman campaign, which is no surprise after the career he put together here at Merrimack. So shout out to all those kids and their classmates that might be tuning in to check this. And this, the BG match is the end of the season, kind of big match, and
it's always
a lot of stuff leading up to this.
Always the last duel of the season, which is a great tradition that they have, and quite often it's a very competitive duel and a lot of fun, a lot of excitement around it. So I'm glad that is something that continues beyond the time that our kids were there, and it probably goes back long before our kids were there as being the final match of the year. So I'm glad that's where we are today. Glad we can be a part of it.
Yep, and we're here because of Merrimack TV. We want to give those guys a nod as well, and our friends that have stepped up, in pandemic times and been able to help out recording these matches. And if you're interested in getting involved, reach out to merrimackTV.com and let them know that you're better than Jeff and Mike, and you could do a better job, and then maybe someone out there can step in and take the reins
thousands of people out there that fit that description, Mike.
No doubt. So, so thanks to Merrimack TV. I know they're doing this with a lot of the sports, and which allows people, that can't get down here or aren't able to get down here because of COVID, whatever it is, to watch their sons and daughters and grandchildren and everything. So
as one of the positive things that has really come out of the whole COVID thing is the pushing everyone to make more streaming things available, and I anticipate that this will continue on some level beyond any point in time that people are being asked to wear a mask or anything else like that. It's just very convenient, fun, nice way for people that aren't able to be here to check it out. Yeah. And I know that some of the kids that are here go back and watch it because they want to see what the broadcast was like. So it's good for a few reasons.
Here comes Merrimack for their warm-up. When you talk about these matches being videoed and recorded, it means they're around forever, right? So 25 years from now, these kids want to show their kids, what they did on the mat. We're lucky because none of our stuff was recorded. So
I thank God every day.
Yeah, I tell my kids how great I was in high school and all these matches I won. None of it's true, but, all these great moves I hit at the last minute to win a match. I mean, never happened, but they can't disprove it.
I'm a legend. Yes.
So these kids will have to be a little more realistic about their stories, but it'll be fun to have. And so as we said, Merrimack coming in with a 14-5 record. We don't have BG's record, and in talking to one of their parents, sounds like they've had a good season, but maybe a little disjointed with some injury and holes in the lineup. But they're going to come in,
Yeah, it sounded
fighting
like,
as always.
it
And,
sounded like we're going to see a couple of forfeits, maybe 2 or 3 due to one reason or another, injury being a primary reason. But I can guarantee you, if it's like BG usually is, the matches that they do have someone for are probably going to be very competitive.
Yeah. And their coaching staff is smart in terms of mixing things up and getting the matchups that they
absolutely.
want. So I expect that this will be a close duel. So I was stuck in traffic on the way here. You want to get a quick recap for what happened beforehand with the young kids? Did they do some matches? Did they? What was their technique this year?
They came out and did a similar warm-up, running around the mat and doing a few drills along the edge of the mat, and then one-on-one with each other. And then they separated into a couple of teams and cheered each other on as they sent one person out at a time to wrestle the other team. And it was just just wrestling to the first takedown.
Yeah.
And so they would wrestle to the takedown and then send another couple on. And it was, all their parents showed up, and so they got to clap for their kid underneath the light. And that's it may have only been 5 or 10 seconds that the kids were out there each, but probably something that makes a big impact.
Huge.
On especially the really young ones. It's fun. It's a big deal. They're here where the high school wrestles underneath the lights. It's something they'll remember.
Absolutely.
And hopefully it'll keep them coming back and seeing this as a really positive.
Yeah, I definitely remember doing this both, as a parent of a youngster, and then, in high school, the young kids would come, and it is a great night. Kind of ties the program together. The youth, the middle school, and the high school have always had, a thread that runs through it. The coaches at the high school level have been great coming down to visit with the young kids. That's also a thrill for them.
And that's really
meet the
important.
coaches.
The kids that are younger need to be able to see the path that they could take if they choose to stick with the sport, and they need to see the connection between coming up from the youth program through the middle school and into the high school, and then for the kids that are in the high school, it's really great character building
Totally.
for them to be able to have a positive impact on some of the little kids, and when old guys like us get out there and teach the kids, that's not nearly as exciting as when someone who's 17 years old comes and shows you some attention. So they have a chance to be a role model, even if it's for a brief amount of time. So I'm glad there's that connection linking the 3 programs.
Yep. And then on the flip side, gets a lot more people here tonight also, which is fun. So for the high school kids, they're wrestling in front of probably their biggest crowd here of the season.
It really is.
And,
a lot of times with a sport like wrestling, unlike going to a football game where a lot of people just show up, a lot of times with wrestling, it's in this part of the country, it may just be people's family and a couple of friends here and there, so there's usually not a huge crowd. But tonight, it looks like we have a lot of the youth kids sticking around, and therefore a lot of their parents are sticking around.
Right.
And it's also good for some of these parents to see high school wrestling, because there should be some good wrestling tonight, and a lot of them really haven't been exposed to wrestling much before their 7-year-old brought a flyer home saying he wanted to do something after school. So kind of good for them too.
It's a few more minutes of Merrimack's warm-up, and we'll be ready to get going.
Yeah, BG came out and did their warm-up a little bit earlier. Merrimack should be finishing up here in just a minute.
And maybe for some of the folks that may be tuning in that aren't as familiar with the sport and kind of scoring and all that stuff, maybe we can just quickly run through what we expect to see here. There should be, again, you mentioned it, maybe a couple of forfeits, meaning that the teams don't have a wrestler at a particular weight class. So if that happens for both teams, then it's a double forfeit and there's no match. If it happens for one team, then the other team that has a wrestler, gets the win and 6 points for their team. So it's the equivalent of winning a match by pin.
Yeah, so although wrestling is an individual sport, when we have these duels, there's a team component to it. There's a set number of weight classes. I believe it's 14 in high school at this point in time. And they usually start right up from the lower weights and go through the heavy weights. Not always, but that's usually what happens. And the way that the team scoring works is a pin is 6 points for your team. A forfeit, if you get a forfeit, that's 6 points as well. Technical fall is when one guy wins by 15 points or more, and that's 5 points. A major decision is 4 points, and that is winning by 8 points or more. And then a decision is when you win by less than 8 points, and that is 3. So, in highly competitive duels, you might see a fairly low score because every match is decided by just a couple of points, and so each team is only getting 3 points at a time. So you'll see some of these duels, or a lot of college duels that are highly competitive, where it might be a 19-15 score at the end of the duel. Obviously, when the teams are very mismatched, you can see something like 76 to 0.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how things line up. But that's the team aspect to it. And as we mentioned, if Merrimack wins the duel, they're going to be the Division II champions in New Hampshire for this year. If BG is to win, we have a 3-way tie, which Mike mentioned earlier. And then as far as the scoring individually goes, Mike, do you want to kind of take us through a little bit of that?
Yeah, so the wrestlers are going to start on their feet, and we're looking for which wrestler can take the other wrestler down to the mat and get control. So a takedown in that situation is going to result in 2 points for the wrestler that accomplishes that. Once the wrestlers are on the mat, the wrestler that's in control is trying to turn the other wrestler to his or her back. If they're successful in getting them to the back, the referee's going to be counting time, and depending on the amount of time, they're going to get either 2 or 3 points. If they get the wrestler pinned on both shoulder blades, then it's a pin and the match is over right away, no matter what the score is at that point. Wrestler on the bottom, if they're able to escape and get back to their feet, that's called an escape. They're going to get 1 point for that. And if they can actually reverse where they're on the bottom and then they spin around and get on top, that's a reversal. That's worth 2 points. So we'll kind of walk through that as the matches are going on. Like Jeff said, depending on the final score, that's going to determine the team points. And the beauty of the sport, and we've talked about this before and we've seen it a million times, is the score's relevant but can change in a moment. So you can be winning by 10 points, look like you're cruising to victory, and then get flipped on your back and lose the entire match.
Yeah,
it doesn't really happen much in other sports where, in 10 seconds you can lose the match if you've been ahead the whole time.
Yeah, if your football team is down by 4 touchdowns with 2 minutes left, you're not winning.
You're done.
Yeah.
So you're heading for the exit at that point.
Brady's pulled off similar things, but not quite that. So one of the things that if the coaches are in a really tight match, hopefully the coaches are really paying attention and guiding their and the wrestlers hopefully understand as well, how important some of the bonus points are. And what we call bonus points is, when one of the wrestlers gets a major decision or a tech fall or a pin, anything more than 3 points is considered bonus points in terms of the team score, and that can make a huge difference in a tight match. So you may see a match where one kid is ahead by 7 points and there's just a few seconds left, and his coach is telling him to push the pace and get another point or two, because getting that 8-point spread and getting that extra point for the team could be the difference in winning and losing the duel. So,
Right.
So there's a lot of times a sense of urgency to really spread out the points in your victory. You want to win by as much as you can so that your team benefits.
Right. And to illustrate that, when we were talking about the Division II standings, Merrimack beat Hollis Brookline, and they beat them by 1 team point. So
right.
that's, that comes down to one reversal, one this, one that in any individual match to decide who might win the division. So it really is, every point counts, like you're saying. And these guys and girls know to never give up because all those things are in the balance. So unlike that football game where guys are just going through the motions in the last 2 minutes, you're not going to see that here. So it's really exciting. And I think we've both been victim and victor in the last-minute decision of wrestling, where you think you have something won and you get pinned, and then the reverse happens and you eke out a victory somehow. So we've seen it before. It happens with regularity. Pretty heartbreaking when it happens in the wrong direction.
It is.
Even if you're watching a match and you don't
is.
even know the two kids and you see it happen, you just go,
And then there's
I know that feeling.
Yeah. And then there's those kids that always seem to be able to pull victory from the jaws of defeat right there at the end.
I was a defeat from the jaws of victory guy myself, but you're right. All right, so
Welcome to tonight's match, Merrimack Tomahawks versus the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Please stand for the national anthem.
I'm going to do the national anthem here. All right, so we're going to start at 138-pound weight class and work our way up. So we'll wrap around to the lighter kids at the end of the duel. We've got the captains coming out. And we'll handshake, a little coin toss, and then we'll kick things off. So we did a little shout out to our kids earlier. We had a brief visit to the broadcast booth from Dave Rio over at BG. His son Zach graduated. I don't know if Zach's checking in on his old team, but we'll send regards out to him. Great kid.
He is. Zach is wrestling out at WPI.
Yep.
Smart kid. I'm sure he's doing great in school over there. Although I hear that he's suffering from an elbow injury. So the wrestling is taking a little bit of a break, I think.
All right.
But we wish him the best.
Yeah. Good luck, Zach. All right. First up, Mitchell Krupp.
Mitchell Krupp, I believe. Oh, it looks like they're sending a wrestler out. We thought this might be one of our forfeits.
Little shake up here at the check-in table.
All right.
So
And we
Luke
have-
Korkalakis is going to be up for BG, one of their seniors, here,
All right.
here at 138 against, again, Mitchell Krupp. Mitchell, sophomore, 19-6 record on the season, and definitely the Energizer Bunny. The kid never stops
He's
moving.
got a motor.
Yeah, he's got him, exactly.
I'm sure his dad is listening from. I
Yeah.
think he's on a business trip out in Seattle.
Absolutely.
We normally see him around. I'm sure he's tuning in right now to watch Mitchell. Being a Krupp, he can't help but have a low stance.
We should talk.
We love you, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should talk, right?
These guys feeling each other out here. Luke going for a little headlock action. Mitchell sniffing it out. Nothing yet in terms of control. Mitchell working his way back up.
A couple of close calls there. Mitchell's found his way out of it. Eugene front headlock position. Mitchell wrestles back to neutral, and he keeps attacking. He's always moving forward. Love that kid.
Nice shot.
It's a step up, get his head to the outside. Doesn't want to get buried underneath. Mitchell's going to want to either drag out of that or back out. He's got to improve his position here.
Luke's a little bit high here.
Kept that elbow. Looked like he was going to
Yep.
be in
Oh.
trouble. Look at Krupp.
Control for Mitchell.
All right.
We got a whistle stop for maybe a little blood time.
2-point takedown for Mitchell. That was nice. Looked like he was going to get taken down there for a second. He was able to position his way out of that.
Yeah, and this is an interesting battle of the physiques here, right? We got short and stocky and tall and lean here, so Luke's using that to his advantage a little bit with his reach.
We do, and I want to see this blood get cleaned up really fast because Mitchell's got cardio like nobody's business. So he really benefits from keeping the action going.
Yeah, for sure. A little encouragement from the coach, and we'll get back to the action here.
Got 23 seconds left, 2-0. Merrimack's Krupp. When they restart, guy from BG is going to be on bottom, and this is the referee's position, so he's going to be trying to escape, and Mitchell is going to be working to break him down flat and get a turn. "20 seconds. Now here's one of those times where it's really important for the BG guy to get his escape point and end the period in neutral. If Mitchell can't get a turn, he's definitely going to want to at least finish the period on top.
Got a half in there. Might run out of time, and he does, but good thought. So now it's going to be Mitchell's choice, and he's going to take the bottom position. Luke's going to cover. So 2-0 going into the second period. Good first period. Mitchell trying to step over, and he's just about got him, so there's a reversal, 2 points. Got that half in.
And now Mitchell's got a full 2 minutes to work
Yeah,
for the
he's
turn.
in a good
He
position
needs
here.
to take his time right here and sink that elbow really low. He needs to get his leg out of there. There he goes.
And so
all right, he's going to get some
gonna
back
settle
points
in here. So he pins him. Nice. 131
Nice
in the
work,
second
Mitchell.
period. Good match by both wrestlers. But
And that pin is going to earn Merrimack 16 points. So Merrimack's going to take the lead 6-0. That was 138. So we're going to be coming up to the 145-pound class.
all right.
Looks like they are
Senior
going to.
co-captain Hannah Stone
Yeah.
coming up, checking in at the desk. And BG trying to figure out who they're going to send out. I think, they said they don't have a 145. Is that true? Yeah. So, unfortunately, Hannah's going to, well, fortunately get a victory, but unfortunately not see some action today. But easy victory for the co-captain.
Didn't break a sweat.
Yeah.
All right. So Merrimack moves to 12-0. And
we'll
now we're going to the 152-pound class.
152.
One. So checking in.
And we have Calum Wagner checking in.
And Cooper checking in for Merrimack.
Cooper Carlson.
Yep. All right, so Merrimack looking to pad their lead here. These guys feeling each other out. Looking to get a little hand control here, a little head control. Big shot in.
Carlson with a high crotch. All right.
A little bit of circling here.
Cooper's going to want to improve his head position here. He's not going to want us to be stuck there ear to ear. BG's for years. BG's always been known for throwing that headlock, and he slipped and almost paid for it, but Cooper wasn't able to mat return him.
Cooper looking for his 17th victory on the season. Having a really good campaign here. So BG in on a shot. Looks like he's going to finish that.
All right,
2 points. Cooper's got to get moving here. Got 23 seconds left.
Yeah, he's going to want to build up to his base.
Yep. He's getting a little bit high there. See if Cooper can take advantage. Trying to run that half, but I think he's going to run out of time. Referee watching that shoulder, getting torqued a little bit. And Cooper's going to defer, meaning he's going to give the choice to BG, and then he'll have the choice next period. So BG takes top.
So Cooper's going to be looking to escape as quickly as possible. Move the score to 3-0. Or possibly reverse to move it to 4-0, but he's going to want to get his knees back under him, get hand control, and work on standing up.
Yep.
Get out from underneath this guy so that he can get back to neutral and hopefully put some more points up.
Okay, I'm doing a good job maintaining pressure.
Cooper's probably going to get hit with a stalling call if he doesn't start moving a little bit more down there.
Yep.
Looks like the guy on top is working. All right, Cooper needs to go now.
Yep, he's a little high. And they're going to out of bounds and reset. A little more than halfway through the second period, 2-0, BG.
All right, this. Calum keeps throwing the legs in. Cooper needs to keep watching that leg. seal that off with his elbow, catch it on the way in. Got 42 seconds left. Yeah, 20 seconds left.
A little.
You see Cooper
Yeah, he's got
move with a sense of urgency.
Stalling
here.
warning there. Referee telling him he's got to start moving a little bit, or else it's going to cost him some points. So this will run out the period. It's going to be 2-0. It's going to be Cooper's choice. My gut tells me he doesn't want to be on the bottom here. So maybe put him on his feet. Neutral, yeah. So he's going to pick neutral and go for a takedown here and try and tie this up.
Yeah, a minute ago I said Cooper wanted to escape. He moved it to 3-0. I was
had it
not
reversed,
even looking at the score right yet.
Yep.
Cooper's down
But
2-0, and he's looking for a takedown to tie it up.
He needs a takedown here, both on points and for kind of momentum. And Calen's doing a good job keeping him down, so he wants to be on top here, take him down. So a little ankle pick, see if he can finish that. He's getting stretched out a little here, but don't give it up.
Oh, don't stop moving down there, Cooper.
Keep circling, keep circling. Down to a minute left.
Looks like the guy on top
Yeah,
had a cradle locked
Caleb
up.
had a cradle, and so that's why Cooper had trouble moving, but he's going to nice move there by Caleb. He's going to be up 4-0, and now Cooper's really got a motor. He needs a reverse and get Caleb on his back
Third period
somehow.
here with 40 seconds. He's got to find a way to escape this time.
And the referee's giving BG 1 point for stalling, so it's going to be 5-0. And Cooper just needs to go nuts for 20 seconds here and see if he can muster up something. But credit to Caleb. He's doing a good job keeping pressure on him, like you said, keeping his legs tied up. And Cooper's not moving much, but his muscles are burning here. He's
one
working.
More stalling point.
All right, so a tough match. Good job by both wrestlers. That's going to be 3 team points for BG. So, like we were talking about earlier, if he doesn't get turned on his back, it's not a major decision. All right, next match here, we got senior Hunter Adams. And so got William Murphy for BG and Hunter Adams for Merrimack.
These Murphy kids keep getting bigger. That's sight.
That they do.
I didn't even recognize William. I remember him from youth wrestling, younger brother to JJ, who's really gotten big. JJ, we were talking about him earlier.
Yeah.
He's a lacrosse guy. I'm assuming William plays lacrosse too. I don't know, but he's certainly big enough to be effective at whichever sport he chooses to play. I've seen him wrestle for a long time.
Yep.
So he's gone up 2-0 with a takedown. He's looking to get some back points here. kind of
Hunter
a
fighting hard
bundle
here.
right there. He's
Yep.
going underneath, grabbing that far arm and twisting him over. So there's
Good fight.
a couple of swipes. There's going to be 2 back points. So he's gone up 4-0. Want to see Hunter get his knees together and keep his
sinking a
legs
leg
from
in there.
coming in.
Hunter fighting to stay off his back here.
He's got 30 seconds left. He's able to fight his way off, and 2 more back points, but able to prevent the pin. Will working hard for the fall. Got 9 seconds left. If Hunter can, it looks like he's going to fight it off. So.
The first period ends with a 12-0 advantage for BG.
Murphy's racked up some back points.
Yep.
So he knows where he's earning his points. So he gets choice and he takes top, and he's going to try to go back to work and either get a pin or a technical fall, going up by 15 points. Oh.
Whoop. Dangerous move here. See how Hunter's doing.
Yeah, that was, he hit his head hard, and that's dangerous.
Looks like his knee took the brunt of it.
You got a point for that when your arm's trapped and you're returned to the mat. That's very dangerous. Your head and shoulder often hit first. So I'm glad to see him back up. Gonna give him just a little bit of time to recover.
Catch his breath here.
All right, 12-1. Looks like Hunter's tough. Here he goes. Want to see him get back to his feet.
And he's able to secure the pin there.
Is the fall.
Yep.
So that is going to be 6 points for BG as a team. So that's going to go to 12-6. Or they had 3 points, so that's 12-9.
Yeah, 12-9. So Matthew Ha coming out for BG.
Got Brendan Curley going out there for Merrimack and Matthew Ha for BG. Known both of these kids for a number of years.
Yep. 2 athletic kids. Brendan, 17 wins on the season. Like you said, we've seen Matthew in many of these matches over the years and a lot of tournaments. A lot of speed here collectively for these kids. Nice takedown by Brendan, trying to get behind.
Yeah, I was wondering if Brendan was. Brendan's a big, strong kid. He doesn't need to be backing up when Matthew's coming at him. So I'm glad he was able to get a shot off, get a takedown, going up 2-1. I think Matthew may be a little bit more hesitant to charge at him this time. I think that might be over.
Pace has slowed a touch just while they. Little off the mat action, but everybody's okay. Good sportsmanship there, helping him up. 1 minute gone here in the first period. And so now a little bit of a chess match here, trying to figure out what they're looking for. And like you said, BG wants, they're headhunting here. So that's something they're always looking for.
Curley almost had a dump there on the edge.
That he did. Coming down to 20 seconds left in the first period. There's the head. Brendan stepping over it. See if he can get his 2, and he does. He just maintain control. That looks like out of bounds. Ooh, interesting. So 4-1.
And Curley's pretty quick.
Yeah, I was going to say, these kids are on the bigger side, but they're quick.
So 4-1. It's good when he rolled there. I'm glad Curley, had enough mat sense to jump right back on him, because as they're going out of bounds, sometimes that can end up being an escape if you don't turn right back around and show the ref that you really haven't lost control
to his
as
credit,
you went out of bounds.
To his credit, Matthew Haw gets a quick 1-point escape with 7 seconds left, so now it's 4-2. So, like we said, every point counts here. We'll see how that factors in. Got that point back. And the action's been good here on their feet, so this is cool.
Goes right in for that high crotch again. I think that dump is there.
How's got that head control. Brendan shakes it off. Minute gone here in period number 2. Got to be careful not to lead with that head if you're not doing something with it. Nope. Coming back to center. So referee putting up a little stall warning just because he keeps backing up Curley, but two points brings it to 5-4.
30 seconds here. We want to see Brendan
let's
escape.
at least tie this up here. No, excuse me, at least go up by 2.
He's got to move. He's got to move with a sense of urgency here. We got 13 seconds left.
All right, so it looks like that's the way we're going to end. And
it's not going to get
down
turned
to the wire
he
here.
takes a lead into the end, but it's going to be BG's choice.
So he's going to
find
take
out.
down.
So Matthew's going to go underneath, and with an escape, he'll tie it up. So and he gets a reversal for 2 points.
This could be tough.
Right
He's
into
got to
some
punch
back
through here with
points.
that left arm.
So he went up by 1, and he got 3 back points. So that's going to be 9-5. So Brendan's got time, but he's got to find a way to escape.
Oh, looked like he had a shoulder tweak there. He's all right. Little facial cleanup here.
With a 4-point differential, Brendan's going to have to get a takedown and then directly into back points. Or if he's unable to secure back points immediately from the takedown, he's going to want to cut Ha and give him that one escape point so that he can go and get another takedown. So he's going to want to, he's got to make a lot happen fast.
He's going to be down here, so he's same concept.
It all starts
reverse
with
and
the
back
escape.
Or escape, yep, escape or reverse.
All right. Hey, I like it. He's moving with a sense of urgency this time. Doesn't want to get stuck underneath. He knows if he doesn't escape, he's going to lose the match. So there he goes, right up. That was quick. Good.
Yep.
All right, he's got his one. He's within 3 points. He's got to get a takedown. He's
got to commit to that.
He's got to set it up and get an angle.
He's in on him.
Step up.
He's in on him.
Don't give up on that. Come on. You got this, Brendan. All right, he's in.
Good action. Just ran out of room.
It's the right thought. He's got 53 seconds to make it happen.
And on Matthew's side, he's got to, he's got to play defense, but he's got to be a little offensive also. He doesn't
want
to be a tackling dummy here,
and he doesn't want to start getting hit with stalling calls.
Right.
But really, he doesn't have to score. It's got to be Matthew it's got to be Brendan that makes it happen.
All right, 36. So he needs a big score here, like you said, down and to the back. And both these guys are gassed right now.
He's got to go.
Push.
He's got to go.
Don't even wait. Less setup time and just got to go. Good job by Matthew, getting the head control. Good job by Brendan. That got the right idea. Got to go.
All right, he's got a stall. He got hit with a stalling.
Yep. So that brought him within 2, which changes the ball game there, right? So good close match, good work by both guys. And that's going to tie up the duel. So that's going to be 3 points. Yep. All right. Colby Smith coming out from Merrimack.
And J.J. Murphy for PG. So
where are we, 182 here, Jeff? I lost track already.
We are. We're at 182, and the duel is tied up, 12-12. I've watched J.J. wrestle for many years. He and my son were the same weight a couple of years ago, and that was at 152.
I was going to say, that's 30 pounds ago.
He's getting big.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
And he's a tough kid.
He's not wasting any time.
Yeah. So, quick pin.
All of 17 seconds.
Tough matchup for Merrimack there. JJ's seen a lot of this action before. I think that's tough matchup for Colby.
Yeah, it was a very tough match.
Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing. Colby's
got less experience.
Colby's wrestling a kid that's been doing it since he was in kindergarten. I mean, that's tough.
His name is
Aidan Ward coming out for Merrimack. And we're
Joseph Charlie Bellavance. I don't know if he is any relative of the coach Bellavance of probably New Hampshire Hall of Fame wrestling coach, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Great season for Aidan. 17 wins on the season so far. And trying to fight off this first takedown here. That's 2 points for BG. BG working to break Aidan flat. Aidan trying to turn out of this. BG looking for the half on the left side. 50 seconds left in the first period. 2-0 BG in this match. Looking for the cradle. Got to be careful he doesn't pin himself. Aidan reaching over.
Has secured the takedown and gone straight into back point. So Aidan is in control. Aidan is in control. He's going to have 3 back points and a 2 takedown. And he may get a fall.
Yeah.
He's got 17
BG
seconds
wants
left
to run
work
this out
with.
of bounds if he can, but
Aidan's got to keep from getting pulled back over. He's up a little too high.
He's in control, but he'd rather be in at a slightly better position.
Yeah,
here.
he's in control, but
he'd be okay if
barely.
this ended right here.
Yeah.
This is a good spot for him. So close, but we'll give him the 3 backs. So scoreboard says 2-0. I'm thinking this should be 5-2, right? Do we have a reverse?
Should be 5-2.
Yeah. Okay, 5-2 now. He did give him the 2. BG's got choice. He's going to take down. And we'll see how the action progresses from here. Aidan trying to hang on there for dear life.
There he goes. Collects that other ankle and climbs up, establishes control once again.
Nice escape, so bring it to 5-3. And little blood time here. So 5-3 Merrimack in this match, 18-12 BG overall, and kind of what we thought here, right, Jeff?
This is exactly what we thought.
Little back and forth action, which we love.
Tight. It is tight, so that's good to see. I don't know what we're going to run into in terms of potential forfeits for BG, but I think they have.
They got a lot of heavy kids, right? So the next couple, they're.
I think they have a solid lineup right through the lightweights. So
I think we may have a double forfeit at 106, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see anybody down that low for them. All right, back in action here. Aidan in a little bit of trouble. He's got to keep circling.
That's 2 takedown for BG.
That ties up the match. 50 seconds left in the second period.
No.
This ref's not shy on the stalling call, so he's got to keep moving.
I like it. He's going to keep the action happening.
Mm-hmm. Good work on top.
Got it tied up right now with about 5 seconds left.
So there's your stalling warning. So, 5-5 match, 1 or 2 stall points, big trouble.
Aidan's got to keep showing the ref that he's working through
Yep.
this third period so that doesn't cost him the match. You don't want to lose like that.
Nope. So he's going to take down and
now
can't afford to sit on his on his
usually
heels here.
when you take down in wrestling, the assumption is, when you're seeing good wrestling, that you're supposed to be able to get an escape. It's supposed to be easier to escape than to be held down.
Right.
Typically.
And
Close
here.
I don't know if there was really an angle for one of those for that swipe, but it didn't go beyond one swipe. So there's no back points that are going to be awarded. But Aidan's got to
trying to shift his weight, but he's got to start moving.
Aidan's got to figure out how to.
Yeah. Like you said, he doesn't want to lose 6-5, 7-5 with stall points here. There you go, up. Got to break that grip. He's working the hands. And PG's got him in a good spot here. Just got to step over. No back points yet.
One swipe
job.
again. Okay,
all right.
We got 40 seconds. Come on, Aidan.
Yeah, this is tight. Just got to get up and out, right? It's easier said than done. Easy for us old guys here calling the action, but 25 seconds. Yeah, it's kind of where you want to be.
If I was out there, it'd be 6 minutes of stalling.
Yeah, but he's
no doubt.
All he needs is get up. 1 point and he's out. He might get
there
it right
he
here.
He needs to back away,
Just
back away.
So that's
back away.
So now BG needs his takedown.
And now he just needs to tie up, get low, keep himself.
Don't let him spin behind.
No, Aidan.
And so BG gets last second takedown for a 7-6 victory.
Tough loss.
So last second, those are the backbreakers we're talking about there. He worked hard. He did what he needed to do. And throughout the last period, we're saying, you got to move. You can't stall. And then we wanted him to stall for 8 seconds. Is basically what it was. We just wanted him to. Right? We wanted him to just dance a little bit.
We wanted him to stall without getting hit with a warning.
Correct.
Do enough to make the ref think that you're still in the game.
All right, Connor Williams coming out for Merrimack. So 21-12 tilt here. We could use a pin for Merrimack to tighten this up a little bit. Connor's all business here. 11-2 on the season.
Yeah, he's a strong kid too.
Yeah.
So I
very athletic.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see a pin out of him. I'm not familiar.
Yeah,
with
we don't know the
BG.
Just to be fair, we don't know the wrestler, but we know Connor's a kid we can rely on. I remember Connor from the youth program. I'm pretty sure he and his, I think he's got a brother and they were both in the program. When he was 38 pounds, whatever it is. So it's a long time ago.
That like may be
the weight of his right leg right now, maybe or less. Nice.
I think he
quick shot.
Kind of ventured into being a football player for
Absolutely.
quite a while.
Yep. Little reversal here.
All right, so that's 2-2.
Yep. And Connor kind of biding his time here. And looks like he's going to work his way out, and he does. So 3-2 Merrimack, 40 seconds left. He's got his opponent standing a little upright here, so he can repeat that first shot, be in good shape. feel like over the last few years, the big guys have gotten faster and faster. You know, to just used to be the heavy guys were just dancing a little bit, you know, kind of slow dancing, and these guys are both big kids, and they're moving pretty well. All right.
Yeah, certainly a benefit when you have a big guy who's a really athletic kid, maybe coming from the football team.
Right, exactly. The football team definitely churns those kids out. Good marriage of the two sports. BG looking for a half. A little wrist control, something on top. He's got a little high there, but good job on top, holding him down.
This is good. Connor wants a restart here. He wants a fresh chance to explode off the bottom. You don't want to get stuck underneath this guy. So you got it.
Good job flattening him out.
Yeah, he's going to want to build back up to his base. First, he's going to want to prevent any back points here. So glad to see him roll through.
Got a pin. Tough match.
That was a tough match.
Yeah. Good job by BG. And so they extend their lead
to 27-12.
Yep. Up to 15.
And for BG, we have Rocco Grassi coming in, and for Merrimack, we have Xavier Rodriguez Santana.
Doing a little mat cleanup here, and these guys get at it. So we're starting to kind of get further into this, Jeff. So 15-point spread here. Merrimack needs to get a little something here, kind of stop the bleeding and narrow that gap.
Yeah, it's not unachievable, but we're going to have to see Merrimack either win every match or a few of them with bonus points.
Yep. So Xavier got a few nice victories on the season. Looking to see if we can. Whoop. Got kind of locked up quick. And a quick pin.
That was a fast one. But hey, Xavier is a freshman, and he's going to get more and more comfortable out there. Hopefully, he's one of these kids that'll pick up doing a little bit of wrestling in the off season, which really helps. So we're looking forward to seeing him in the postseason, hopefully, and some next year. But again, just a freshman.
So
I did not realize that they have a 106 and Merrimack does not.
Yeah.
So that's going to be another 6 points.
That's tough.
And at this point, 39-12, it's starting to look like BG's starting. I think I did not major in math, but I'm thinking this is a BG dual victory. But
Good luck.
We hopefully have a few great matches coming up here. Watch Merrimack finish the night, closing the gap, and a few victories for these individuals.
Yeah, so Connor Sable up here for Merrimack. Nice 10-win season so far. I didn't get the wrestler for BG, Jeff. I don't know.
Colin Foley.
Colin, okay. So Colin and Connor. And like you said, we kind of need to run the table here. We'll see how it goes. This is at the 113 weight class. Half right there. BG's got to let go of that
head. He needs to put his right arm up. Don't take it off.
Yeah.
Oh. Rookie mistake.
That's all right. Still in control.
He absolutely is. And he's trying to lock up the cradle.
Yep, looking good there.
Hey, he may stick him right here. He got 2 swipes. He's got a minute left. He wants to keep his hands locked up, keep him in bounds.
Just don't go right to your back here. You're
Run him to his head.
Yep.
Nope, don't take him out. All right, he got 2 back points out of it.
Yep, good job by BG, twisting out. All right. 4-0 in favor of Merrimack. 30 seconds left. And 1 escape point for BG. Now he's trying to turn it to a double. And he's got his 2 takedown right into a half. I feel like Connor's getting out of this here. And he does. So that reach back around the head is tough.
Yeah, you
His
don't
coaches are
want
going to talk to him about that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Putting himself in a really vulnerable position there.
Again, there's 2 freshmen here wrestling, and a lot more maturing on the mat ahead of them. So I'm sure some of the mistakes will be remedied by next year, if not by next week.
And these are errors of enthusiasm, as we say. This is, trying something, and we'll figure it out. So 15 seconds left. 5-3 advantage for Merrimack in this match. And certainly had his chances there with having him locked up, but I'll see if he can do it again.
Again, you might have already mentioned Connor Sable 10-4 on the year.
Great start to his career. And so breaking the action here just for a little medical attention, nothing serious.
Yeah, so for anyone out there doing the math, there are 4 duels including this, 4 matches including this one left. And if Merrimack were to pin everyone, they would still come
be a little bit short.
Come up 3 points short.
That's okay.
So this is looking like we're going into that 3-way tie scenario for the teams.
And because we're not that smart, we don't know what the tie-breaking situation is, but it could be the results of some of these matches too. I don't really know. Scoring points here is important. It could be differential. It could be a lot of different things.
I was about to say I would have to think that the differential in the wins,
right.
How many points you scored,
right. So
as a team in those matches is probably one of the criteria.
Yep. So again, 5-3 Merrimack. Good job by Con. Oh, careful there. Just got stuck with that head.
minute and 20 seconds left. This is a
little bit of daylight here.
Tough spot to be in.
I just got him. Good finish by BG. You know, good match. You know, I think that's a coin toss, that match, and I think both of those guys will learn some stuff from it as well.
They really were very evenly matched. That could have gone either way on a big move. Like we said, BG quite often throwing that headlock, and that's
kind of live by the sword, die by the sword, and they got it there.
Here we have Avery Gallagher coming out for BG and Anthony Almonte. I don't know if his older brother Andy is out there watching, but he...
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Successful wrestler from Merrimack.
Absolutely. And I know he's come back once or twice to, or maybe more than that, to help in the wrestling room, to give back a little bit. He still enjoys it. Probably very much enjoys watching little brother's career develop.
Nice to see Anthony wrestle. That caught him on a few nights where he had forfeits, so I'm sure he's happy to get the action.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anthony is a sophomore, and he's been wrestling for a few years now. I kind of helped out coaching him a little bit in the middle school. I believe that's about when he started there in 7th or 8th grade. Maybe a little bit, but maybe it's 7th grade when he started. But he's got some natural talent. He's a quick kid, and no doubt brothers telling him if you put in the time you can be good. Because he's a naturally talented kid.
So we had 2 back points there. It looked like Avery just kind of turned the wrong way and almost got caught, but she was able to get out of it.
Looking at 4-0, Almonte in control, and looking for. He's working hard on top. He's looking to find a way to get some more back points. He doesn't want to let her get back to neutral. He's content to. Maybe he does. He's going to
kind of reset here and
reset and see if he can get another takedown.
Yep. Good quick shot. Avery trying to block.
He needs to follow that. He wants to grab her behind the knee and the ankle and shelf that. Take that leg out of play. Once he shelves that, he can chase the other.
So that's a stalemate.
Stretched out right there and ended up getting a stalemate, which is fine. He's good in neutral. He didn't want to get flattened out and give her a chance to spin behind and score. So this is good for Anthony.
So, like you know, we've said it a couple of times that I think the BG kids are taught to go to the head a lot, and I think maybe they just kind of sometimes it just happens too often, and they put themselves in a weird position. Even from down on the mat, they're kind of reaching back for and it's just sometimes you don't want to do that, and it comes with experience.
It can be a very effective move if used sparingly, feet to back, and it's a game changer right there. But you can't always force it.
Yep. So 6-1 advantage for Merrimack and Almonte going into the second period. He's on top. And looks like he's going to get a few back points here. That'll run the score to 8-1.
All right, he's got a cradle locked up, so he's going to try to get out.
Good job stretching that out by Avery.
Yeah, she broke that, got out of the front headlock, got back to neutral. See, Avery fires off a shot here. Almonte able to spin behind, get back into control. He's up 10-2. He's got an arm bar. He's want to reach through on the other side and gather up a wrist. And then he can go for a turn that way. Yeah, you can't
Kinda
start pulling their arm up off the back or get your arm that's going across needs to stay at 90 degrees once that fist starts coming up near the shoulder. You can really do a lot of damage to someone's shoulder that way. So that's a position where if executed properly, you can really have an effective way to get back points, but you got to be careful with it because the refs are very, very quick to
quick trigger finger there on the
so he's going to want to take his time and be careful here. And of course the other team's going to yell, watch the shoulder. Typically, whether that bar's in a good position or not, the coaches are going to be yelling, watch the shoulder, hoping the ref will stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop what's going on. And,
so was able to turn it into a pin, so that's nice victory. Good job by Avery.
He was. She's tough.
Just about at the end of the second period, and so that's going to get Merrimack 18. I think maybe there we go. So,
and Avery, just a sophomore herself, and she looks strong. So I'm looking forward to seeing her develop over the next few years as well. It's good to see some tough girls come out and wrestle.
Evan Torres coming up here. So we're up at 126, if my math is correct here.
John Forcier and Evan Torres. I think both of these guys have wrestled for a little bit. We should see a good match here.
Circling here, 30 seconds gone. We'll reset here.
And I'm glad Evan came back out and wrestled. He was always kind of a natural wrestler, the way that he moves and the good hips, typically is able to keep himself in fairly good position. So I'm glad he came back.
Just got to be careful.
Little mistake there.
Yep.
But he's got the whizzer, and he may find a way out of this. That was solid right there. I was expecting
good action.
Evan quickly dug himself out of a hole. So back to neutral.
Good thought by John there. Five seconds left. Looks like we're going to end with an action-packed yet scoreless first period. So good job by both guys.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Merrimack's choice. It's going to go down.
Torres going to take down, and I expect to see him explode and see if he can get back to neutral quickly. Evan trying to roll.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to want to... Looks
Got
like
that arm trap.
during that roll, it ended up in a bar.
Back to his feet. See if he can break
All right,
this.
he needs to get hand control and get a little bit of separation here.
All right. Close.
Hey.
Good job by John. Sticking with it.
All right. Evan's going to want to make sure he stays in bounds.
Nice.
And he gets a reversal.
Little bonus
So,
there.
yeah, looked
caught
like
him off
an
balance.
Yeah, looked like an escape, but there was very little time between what would be an escape and a takedown. So that is a reversal. He's going to throw a leg in. I think he's going to try to hip him over. And once he gets those hips turned, he can turn the upper body. He's got 30 seconds to see if he can get some backs. There he goes.
Yep.
Once you get that half in, you have to be patient
Right.
and make sure that you're in a great position once you get the half and you start to turn them. You don't have to rush it, and too many wrestlers
They get excited.
really
and they just
really
start digging in and running. Yeah.
really rush
yeah.
that, and the guy just rolls through and it slips.
So great match so far. 2-0 Merrimack. BG's choice, not surprisingly, going to take down. And, like we said before, looking to get his point here. John wants to keep this action on the mat as long as he can. Maybe some backs here. Nope. Excuse me, Evan wants to keep his action on the mat, I should say. Run him out.
He needs to get that bar a little bit deeper and don't lose it. Work with that.
One minute left here in the third period. Now
his
John's,
position's getting a little bit tougher now.
John's
He gave up his
got
leg.
that leg. So the thing you can't do here is get put to your back. So he's going to hold on as long as he can here.
He needs to reach.
All right, so that evens it up at 2-all.
I was hoping he
but
might
now,
be able to get a stalemate out of it at some point.
Yeah, but 30 seconds to get to your feet. It's not a bad spot to be in a tight match, right?
Yeah, this is
He
it.
might get a reverse
there
here.
he goes. There he goes.
Yep.
Spin.
Get behind. Get behind. Hold him.
And stay there. Flatten him out. Get a Western
leg in.
lock.
Yep.
There you go. Start stretching
Kick
him
that
out.
back. So just don't get high. Little.
He did not want to do that.
He did not want.
That's okay though.
Yeah,
He's only got five seconds left.
So.
And so what he wants to do here is, if the guy looks like he's going to reverse, you just let him go.
Just let him go.
Give him
right.
the point.
Give him the one, not the two.
No, Evan. That was not what you wanted.
Clock did not start. I don't think the clock started.
The clock.
It was 5 seconds there.
The clock.
Yeah. So that was kind of 8 seconds of action, I think. So I think the ref recognized it, but he did put up 2. So we got to figure out. I think that we might need to go to the Merrimack TV footage here and see if we can
Well, unfortunately, it's Merrimack people running the clock. Otherwise, I'd get to blame BG for,
right, exactly.
for this. But
so they're going to give them the 2 points, and I'm going to go to overtime here. I guess.
All right.
You know what?
Hey,
these guys are having a great match. I'm enjoying watching them wrestle. I think Evan technically won the match from our own eyes,
our
but
biased viewpoint. But that's all right. I want to see what happens in overtime.
Exactly. I'd rather see the action.
Great matchup.
I mean, if it were.
I guess
26-25 instead of 45-18 total. Maybe we'd feel differently about it, but we'll take the extra action from these guys. So 20 seconds left in this overtime period. Nope, ref calls him out. Maybe that evens the tables a little bit.
That was a good call.
Yeah. 16 seconds. And great
6
match
seconds.
no matter what goes on here. It looks like we're going to have a little more action. Close. All right. What do we go to penalty kicks here? What do we do now? So So 30 seconds on the clock. Is this 2 30-second periods, Jeff? I honestly don't know, because you can't give the advantage to one kid in 30 seconds, right? I don't know.
Believe the way the overtime works is that each of them have 30 seconds, bottom or top. Now,
oh, got him turned. Step back. Get an angle here.
There, that's back.
10 seconds. Now, BG looking for the reverse here. 3 seconds.
Yeah, Evan needs to lock up.
Okay. So no points.
So now, Evan will go on bottom.
Right. So
it's a running clock. So if Evan escapes, that doesn't mean he wins.
Right. Still got to wrestle.
They go all the way through 30 seconds.
So this is the way they should do it in the NFL, right? Where both teams get a shot, not just a coin toss field goal competition. Meanwhile, John's got him locked up pretty well here. Here we go, up and out.
He needs to turn in bounds.
Okay. So 14 seconds to make it happen. Just got to go crazy for 14 seconds and get out. Great match. Trying to step over. Don't go to your back, though.
Okay, all right. Turn around, spin,
4
spin,
seconds.
spin.
One out, he's out.
Okay.
So that should do
all
it.
right. All right.
Great match.
That really was. That was fun.
Yeah. So, despite the uncertainty at the end of regulation, it was worth watching an extra 2 minutes, and chins up for both of these guys. Great job. All right. Now we're up to, I'm going to say 132.
Yeah, this is going to end our night. We have Grant coming out at, it looks like he's going to take a forfeit.
So they don't have anybody, huh?
No, so it looks like our overtime match with Torres and Forcier was the end, and a fitting end to a fun duel. That was an exciting match to watch.
Yep. Final tally here, 45 27 BG.
So now we'll both have to be educated at some point after this broadcast ends on how a three-way tie is decided.
Maybe they have the team announcers come out for a battle royale or something like that. Maybe I'd be up for that.
I've enjoyed broadcasting here with you, Mike.
You as well.
Hopefully they bring us back at some point in the future. I want to thank everyone out there for joining us for the broadcast tonight. Great duel ending the regular wrestling season. BG versus Merrimack as we do every year. It was a lot of fun. I anticipate that next year this end of the year match will probably be taking place at Bishop Guertin.
Indeed.
So we probably won't be announcing that one, but hopefully we've done a good enough job that they bring us back for some prior matches next year.
I'll have my agent get in touch with the folks here. And again, thanks to Merrimack TV for stepping up and keeping the action going while people weren't able to be here and beyond. So this is great. We really appreciate it. And have a great night.
Thank you all. Have a good night.